Alright, hello, my name's Jonathan Berkey, and today I'm just going to show you some simple stuff you could do to spice up an interview or just animate in a lower third or information into the scene, perhaps a little differently than you've done in the past. This is me. This morning I shot a little audio test, and I'm not going to have the audio playing for you, but this is the original shot. Have a little vignette and blur layers here. Then I went into some color grading. You can find this in the first tutorial that I did. So let me go ahead and show you kind of the finished effect. And basically what happens is the person you're interviewing here is talking, and then their information, their lower third, comes out from behind the chair. It's really not very difficult, but it is a way, kind of a different way to introduce lower thirds or text or graphics into a scene by bringing them out from objects. And obviously we could also have it come out from me and my body just when I move, be a little more advanced. When I move, you'd have to adjust some of the masking elements that we're going to use for this shot. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get started. So the BerkShop is in session. I'm going to grab this shot that I already did color grading on of myself, drop it into a new comp, and go ahead and get started. I know that in this interview that I want the lower thirds to come out around 1 second. That's when I want it to come out. So first thing we're going to do is get the text tool, and I'm just going to type my name, hit return, right, video and motion design. So, alright, I know I want to differentiate the fonts, so I'm going to change my first name to Railway, and then I'm going to make it a little larger. Cool, so now I have my text, and what I want it to do is I want it to come from behind the arm of the chair. But first I want to see it a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little kind of text box, I guess. So I'm going to go to Layer, New, Solid. And I'm going to go with this dark, kind of a dark gray. Click OK. And I'm just going to drop it behind, but I want to see the arm of the chair, so I'm going to turn that layer off. I'm going to grab my rectangle tool with that solid layer selected so I can make a mask, and just go ahead and make a little box around it, about like that. Should be pretty good. I'll turn that back on. Bam, you can see that pretty good. Now I'm going to change the opacity on it. I want to be able to see some of the background elements, so let's try 65, and we will change the transfer mode to overlay, kind of help it blend with the scene just a little better, a little more organic in the scene. So okay, well, that's pretty easy now. Like I said, what we want is I want this to go behind the arm of that chair, which isn't going to happen just yet. So what we need to do is we need to duplicate that video layer, and I'm going to move one on top. So we're going to sandwich those layers. Now I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to get the pen tool, and I am going to go around the edge of this chair. Oh, and why did I click that? Alright. I'm just going to go around the edge of the chair. Oh. go. And maybe a little bit more, just for safety. So, alright, come back out, and I'll finish it, and I'm just going to take it all the way to off the edge. So now I've got my mask, or now it's covering this up, so I need to go to my mask properties, hit M, and I'm going to go ahead and hit subtract. Alright. I already see maybe the mask. If I can just move it just a little bit. Just adjusting it a little bit. There's a little gap. Some of it actually is, it's a little shine. You can see where the light is actually hitting the edge of the chair, the corner. So I think that is pretty good. Okay. So now we've got our text there. And let's take a look at it. And it actually goes behind the chair. So this is where I want it to kind of end up. So I am going to go ahead and set position keyframes for its end position, and then I am going to hold down shift and page down. Every time I do that, it takes me 10 frames forward in time, so I'm going to do that 3 times. Lay keyframe for position again, then go back to the first keyframe I set, and then I'm just going to slide it until it's all the way behind the chair. Now, to give it a little more organic flow as it moves, I'm going to highlight all these keyframes, right click, go to keyframe assist, and select easy ease. So that gives it a little more of a natural movement. And also things that move, especially text and things, it's good. Let's go ahead and add a little motion blur to it. So, you know, it's moving out and it blurs a little bit. So really that's it. You know, the idea is that in your scenes you can add these elements that come out from, you know, in the live action environment, I guess, whether it be graphics or like this, an interview. And then obviously, you know, we want it to go back at some point. So I'll go ahead and put the keyframes. Again, shift page down 3 times, move me 30 frames. I'm going to copy first keyframe, Command C, Command V, then again on the second layer, Command C, Command V. And that will reanimate from the exact reverse settings of how it came out. So pretty simple, not that hard to do. Like I said, you know, if we did it, if we wanted to have something kind of coming out from behind my shoulder, we would have to mask around me, and then as I move, we would have to adjust those mask points to stay contoured, you know, along the edge of me. So it's a little more time-consuming in advance. I'm trying to keep these tutorials a little shorter to add things that could, you know, add style and visual appeal to your pieces, especially for those that are newer at After Effects. So I hope it's been helpful. I hope that you have fun with masking out live action elements and incorporating, you know, elements of graphics and text and things like that into your pieces. I think it's pretty cool because, you know, it's not supposed to be there, but hello, it is. So anyways, pretty cool, I think, and hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.